Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. We're going to try and get you on this get you through this Monday morning. Glad that you're here. I'm Steve,
And I'm Scott.
and together we're Backyard Musings, the Science and Technology channel. We're the messengers, not the experts. Don't shoot us.
Right. Yep. We just come up with this, or actually, somebody comes up with this great topic, and here we go.
Find it.
Yep.
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 Okay, really interesting one. Off screen, Scott and I were talking about this. That these are like the traditional nanobots that you see in the movies. That you get injected with the nanobots and they heal whatever. Or like in Stargate, in the Stargate series, they were little machines that would multiply and neurobots, and then they kill you. So here we go. Neurobots, xenobots with neurons, show self-organized nervous systems and enhanced behaviors, revealing new insights into how biology builds functional structures. In 2020, researchers at Tufts University developed tiny living structures known as xenobots using frog cells. These microscopic organisms could move through water, repair themselves, and either gather loose cells to form new xenobots. Would you like to know more?
Scientists at Tufts and the Weiss University or Institute have now pushed this work further by introducing nerve cells into these biological machines. The upgraded versions, called Neurobots, can take on different shapes and display new patterns of movement. The findings were recently published in Advanced Science on February 20th of this year.
So, Scott, if they've got nerve cells, does that mean they have a soul?
Nope.
No. Okay. All right.
Don't you have to have a heart and a brain to have a soul, right? Isn't that what the Tin Man said? He needed a heart.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Right? Had to have a heart. So
Okay, led by Michael Levin, Vannevar Bush, professor of biology, and Hala Fotowat, not making that name up, of the Weiss Institute, the research is part of a broader effort to understand how groups of cells organize themselves into complex structures under unfamiliar conditions. This knowledge could support advances in synthetic biology and regenerative medicine. We just talked about regenerating a limb, right?
yeah. Fascinating.
Studying neurobots may reveal the underlying rules that guide how nervous systems form, which could eventually help scientists design new biological structures or repair damaged tissues. I'll bet you Darth Vader wishes that he had neurobots.
The team began with cells taken from the early embryos of the African clawed frog, Xenopus laevis, or lavis. When precursor skin cells from these embryos are isolated and placed in a dish, they naturally assemble into small, round structures covered in tiny, hair-like projections called cilia, or like a chia pet, right?
The coordinated motion of these cilia allows xenobots, a type of biobot, to swim through water like frogs do.
Yeah.
They are entirely biological and are created without scaffolds or genetic modification. These organisms can heal themselves and survive for about 9 to 10 days using nutrients stored in the original embryonic cells. Embryos, so they got to have a soul, right, Scott?
I don't know.
Huh. Okay. Researchers had already studied their structure and behavior and wanted to see how adding neurons would change them, especially since these systems have no evolutionary history shaping the neural organization.
To produce neurobots, scientists inserted clusters of neural precursor cells, which later developed into neurons, into the center of forming biobots. This was done during a brief stage when the spherical structures were still developing. The implanted cells matured and extended branching structures known as axons and dendrites throughout the interior and towards the surface.
Mr. Levin, the director of the Allen Discovery Center at Tufts, explained that neurobots offer a new way to study how neurons organize themselves and influence movement. Fotowat said the work also aims to cover the basic principles behind how nervous systems form.
Microscopy showed that neurons within the neurobots developed key features found in natural nervous systems, including axons and dendrites.
And souls.
And so you're looking for somebody that's got a soul.
Yes.
Researchers also detected protein markers linked to synapses, where neurons communicate. Using calcium imaging, they confirmed that these neurons were electrically active and functioning within simple neuron networks, or neural networks, sorry.
So, Scott, I just want to point out, you said synapses, that the brain has synapses for sending signals. It looks like this has a soul.
I don't think so.
I'm just saying.
Just
if it looks like a duck, talks like a duck, and walks like a duck, it must be a duck.
Yeah, I don't think it has the soul of a duck. Does a duck even have a soul?
The addition of neurons led to noticeable changes. Neurobots were generally larger and more elongated than their neural counterparts. See? Their movement also became more complex. While both types could swim, neurobots were more active and displayed repeating movement patterns instead of simple patterns.
Okay, to examine how neural activity influenced behavior, scientists exposed the neurobots to, pentylethene trazole, whatever that is. I'm not even going to spell it. A drug known to affect brain activity and triggers seizures. The drug altered the movement of neurobots differently than it did in non-neural biobots, suggesting that the newly formed neural networks were actively shaping behavior. This research shows that even simple, self-organized neural systems can affect how these living constructs move, with or without a soul.
Researchers also observed unexpected gene activity. In addition to genes linked to major brain receptors, they found activation of genes involved in visual processing, including those associated with light-sensitive cells found in eyes. This raises the possibility that neurobots could eventually respond to light.
So fish have eyes, flies have eyes. Do you think they have souls?
Everything was made spiritually before it was made physically. I'm just saying. A plus B equals C. All right? You can get to C.
Too deep for me. Okay. There you have it,
folks. We hope you enjoyed this banter.
Yeah. About our souls.
All right. We'll see you this afternoon.
Take care. Thanks.